It's Joe, and tonight we're making two meals. We're making macaroni with scungili, and we're going to be making eggplant parmesan with these beautiful eggplants that Shirley grew in the garden. Beautiful ones. Look at this. Nice and firm. You always want a firm eggplant. You don't want soft ones, mushardy ones. They're like no good for nothing, like you get in the store. Nah. But first we're going to talk about scungili. I'm not going to show you the scungili recipe. Why not, you're saying, Joe? Because I've already done this. What I've done now is my scungili recipe and a lot of other recipes I put on a YouTube site, and the name of the YouTube site is called Brooklyn Joe's Cooking Show. So if you get a minute, check it out. I'm slowly adding my recipes on there. Subscribe would be nice too. If you don't want to subscribe, it's okay too, but I'd like you to subscribe, and you'll see all the recipes like this coming out as they get made. But let's talk about scungili for a second. This brand scungili here, La Monica scungili, I've used for many years. What's so good about this? Two big reasons. First reason is it's a high quality product, and that's number one. But the second reason to me is even a bigger reason, because it's all wild caught right here in the United States, and I don't eat any seafood that's from outside the country. You're saying, why not, Joe? Well, I'm going to tell you a quick story about this. It's actually a funny story. So many years ago, when I was a single boy here, living at the ranch, after I got divorced, I decided I was going to buy some shrimp in a package from the local supermarket. And I got this package of beautiful shrimp. Big suckers, like this big. They look great, these shrimp. And I said, I'm going to get them, put them on the grill, and put a skewer through them. I cooked them, I ate them. They were delicious. They were out of this world, these shrimp. And I said, well, I got to buy this again for sure. So I go rifling through the garbage can, and I find the package. And I'm looking at the package, and on the package it says, product of Bangladesh. And I'm thinking about that for a second, and I'm thinking about Bangladesh, and I'm saying, these people have no food, and I'm eating their shrimp. And I'm like, there's got to be something wrong here. It just struck me the wrong way. And at that moment I said, never again. I never bought the shrimp again, never did any of that stuff again. So I always eat American-made, American wild-caught seafood like this, always. But let's talk about these eggplants. So what we're going to do with these eggplants is we're going to make a sort of easy eggplant parmesan. It's real simple, this eggplant parmesan. It's lower calories, so Shirley's a big fan of it. I like it too, and I'm going to show you how to make it. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to get all these eggplants. I'm going to slice them up to about 3/4 inch, which is about the thickness of my thumb. I'm going to slice them all up. We're going to have a glass of wine first. My camera's going to have a glass of wine with me. Can I have a glass of wine there, Shirley?
Yes, sir, Bobbers.
A quick glass of wine. We're going to slice these up. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this. You're going to love it. It's easy, it's quick, it's delicious, it's yummy. Everything's good about it. Okay, see you in a few minutes. Okay, they're all cut up now, as you can see. Cut up to about 3/4 inch. Now what we're going to do is the following. We got some good high quality olive oil. I like the Belucci, it's pretty good. We're just going to get some olive oil, and we're going to put it on the tops of these first, like I'm doing here. We're not going to go crazy, but enough. Remember about olive oil. Cheap olive oil, cheap meal. Good olive oil, good meal. It's all about the ingredients. So now we got this thing olive oiled up. We will do the other side in a minute. And now we just put on some salt and pepper. Like that, a little salt. Some nice coarse ground black pepper. And then we're going to sprinkle just a tiny bit of some high quality garlic powder. Just a tiny bit. You don't need a lot of garlic powder, just a little bit. We're just accessing the flavor. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and then we're going to put it in the oven. Okay, the eggplant is all done right now, ready to go into the broiler. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the broiler, pretty close to the broiler. I'd say about 8 to 10 minutes on each side. Flip it over each time and make sure it's like brownish, not like black, not raw. You gotta have to check this. You can't like do this and go watch TV. You gotta like watch this one. So we're gonna put this in the broiler, cook it up for a while, then we're gonna take it out. Okay, the eggplant is ready, or I believe it is. Let's take a quick look. Oh yeah. That's what you're looking to get, just like that. Not too burnt, not too soft. It's got to be fork tender. Okay? That's what you want, fork tender. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get this eggplant, we're going to put it in this dish here, and we're going to put a little bit of sauce on it and a little bit of cheese on it. But before we do that, before we do anything else, I got my macaroni for my scungili. Now some people break macaroni, some people don't break macaroni. I actually break macaroni. And it's not really the right thing to do, but I've done it my whole life. A little more. Okay, so now we're going to get the eggplant. I'm going to transfer it onto this dish right here. And first what we're going to do is we're going to make a single layer of it. Look how nice that looks. That's like perfect. You don't want them kissing, as my grandmother used to say. Okay. And now, this is tomato sauce that I made. This is fresh sauce I made, but it does not have a scungili in it. It's just fresh sauce. I'm going to put a little bit on each one of these right here. As you can see, this is not complicated stuff here. We're not talking rocket science here. A little bit of sauce. And now, some good Romano cheese. Cheese is another thing you don't skimp on. You always buy the good cheese. And it's just sort of like eggplant Parmigiana. It's not exactly it, but it's lower in calorie. It's a lot easier to make. And people like it. Now let's get these other ones here. Let's stick them on top. And then we'll dress them up a little bit. I actually have an eggplant Parmesan recipe that was my grandmother's from Italy, and I have to get it from my mother. And real eggplant Parmesan, just so you know, does not have mozzarella on it. It only has grated cheese on it. And these little pieces release separately. And now a little more cheese. This is a big favorite of Shirley's, this dish. I made this for her for many, many times. Well, that one had no sauce on it. And voila. That's it. Now I'm going to just put get the macaroni rolling. You'll see it all on the table in about 2 seconds. 3. Well, we're ready to eat here. And as you can see, I got my linguine, my scungili right here all set to go. Shirley has her scungili, but she uses these shirataki mushroom noodles. They're okay, I guess, but I like real macaroni. And then we got, of course, the main dish here, the quick eggplant Parmesan. So, take a look at my videos online. Go to my YouTube site, Brooklyn Joe's Cooking Show. This will be on there in a few minutes, and happy cooking.